Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute pixie hat which can be made in any size. So for my hat I used a 4mm crochet hook and DK weight yarn. So thank you very much for watching and please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos. So to begin your hat you want to start off by making a slip knot. So to do a slip knot, take your yarn and take your finger and wrap the yarn around your finger once and then twice. Then take the first loop and pull it over the second loop. And then take the second loop and pull it all the way over your finger. You then want to take your crochet hook, go in through this space and pull tight. And there you have a slip knot. So now once you have your slip knot, we are now going to make our foundation chain. And now you can make your foundation chain as long or as short as you like, but your chain needs to be able to fit around the head of the person who your hat is for. So what you want to do is you want to make a chain and then place it under the chin and then go up all the way around the top of the head, and then the chain should reach back where you started underneath the chin. And your foundation chain also needs to be an odd number. So you can chain 27, 33, 41, 55. It's completely up to you as long as it is an odd number and it fits around the head of the person who your hat is for. So make your foundation chain. So I have just finished making my foundation chain and I am making a baby hat, and I chained 55 with a 4mm hook, but like I said you can chain whatever you like, and obviously the bigger size hat you are making the more you will want to chain. And then once you have done that, we are now ready to move on to round 1. So to begin round 1, you want to take your work and we are going to go into the second chain from the hook. So here is the first chain from the hook and here is the second chain. And into this chain we're going to do a single crochet. So to do a single crochet, insert your hook into the chain, the second chain from the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. So there we have one single crochet into that chain, and then into the next chain we're going to do a double crochet. So yarn over and go down into this next chain here, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the final 2 loops on your hook. So there we have single crochet into the first chain and then one double crochet into the next. And now we're going to go into this next chain and work one single crochet. So do a single crochet into this one. And then into the next chain we're going to do a double crochet. So yarn over, go into the next chain and do a double crochet. And you want to repeat that all the way along for round 1. We're going to do single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet all the way along. So I have just finished working that all the way along for round 1, and you should find that you work a double crochet into the very last chain at the end. And now we are ready to move on to round 2. So to begin round 2, you want to chain 1 and turn, and this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And now we are going to start off by going down into this very first stitch here. So go down into this first stitch and work a single crochet. So go down into this first one and do 1 single crochet, and then into the next stitch we're going to do a double crochet. So yarn over, go into the next stitch and do 1 double crochet, and we are just going to repeat this all the way along for round 2. So just like last round, we're going to do single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single double all the way along for this round. And in this round you should find that whenever you work a single crochet, that you work it into a double crochet from last round, and that whenever you work a double crochet, that you work it into a single crochet from last round, and that is what is going to give us our nice textured effect. So go down into this next stitch, so this is a double crochet, and work 1 single crochet, and then go into the next stitch, which you can see is a single crochet, and work a double crochet. Then do a single into the next and a double into the next, and just continue this all the way along. So I am just coming to the end of round 2, so I'm going to finish off by working 1 last double crochet into this last stitch at the end. So you should finish off with a double crochet, and then once you have done that, we are ready to move on to round 3. So we are now on to round 3, and the next part of our hat is very simple. You just want to repeat round 2, so the round that we just did, again and again and again. So you want to keep repeating round 2 until you feel that your hat is big enough. So for each round, chain 1 and turn, and then do a single crochet into the first stitch and a double crochet into the next, and continue that all the way along until you get to the end of the round, finishing up with a double crochet, and then repeat that again. Chain 1 and turn, and do single double back all the way along, and just keep repeating that again and again and again. And then once you have done that, this is what you should have. So I am doing a little baby size, and I did 18 repeats in total with a 4mm hook. So if you are doing a baby size, you may want to do 16 to 18 repeats, and then for a toddler you may want to do 18 to 20 repeats. For a young child you may want to do 20. For an older child you may want to do 22 repeats. For a teenager you may want to do 23. So just keep repeating that round until you feel that your work is big enough. And our hat is going to go like this. So we're going to fold it over and then join up the back, so you can kind of see this will be the size of our hat. So the number of repeats that you want to do will depend on how big you want your hat to be. And then once you have finished doing your repeats, we are now going to add our border to our hat. So before we join it up, we are going to do a little border. So what you want to do is you want to take your work, and I have finished off my last round with a double crochet. So now to begin round 1 of the border, you want to chain 1 and turn. And then you want to go down into this very first stitch here and work 1 single crochet. Then do 1 single crochet into the next stitch and 1 into the next. And just repeat this all the way along. 1 single crochet into every single stitch. So I have finished working that all the way along for the first round of my border, and this is what you should have. And then we are going to move on to round 2 of the border, and we're going to do the exact same thing as we just did. So chain 1 and turn, and then just do single crochets all the way along. So go down into the very first stitch and do 1 single crochet, then do 1 into the next, and continue this all the way along. So I have just finished working that all the way along for round 2 of the border. So I have done a single crochet into this last stitch, and now I feel that my border is now long enough. So I feel that this is the right length for my hat, but if you wanted a bigger border, then you could do another row just in the same way, or you could even do a 4th one if you wanted. And then once you have finished doing your border, you now want to fasten off. So pull your yarn out and your hook and cut your yarn and then pull it through like that. And then this is what you have. So you should kind of have a long rectangle, and we are now going to fold our work in half. So you want to fold your work in half like this, and we are going to sew it up along the back. So once this is joined, we will have our little hat. So take your work, fold it in half and line all of your stitches up perfectly. So I have lined up all of my stitches, and now you want to take a yarn needle, and then if you left a long tail when you did your slip knot, so I left a long tail or a very long end when I did my slip knot, I can use that to join up the back of the hat. But if you just left a little short tail or a short end, then you can just take a long piece of yarn and thread that through your needle. So either thread your long piece of yarn or your tail end through the needle. And we are going to use this yarn to sew up the back. So start off by lining your stitches up perfectly, and then you want to go in through the first stitch. So go in through the very first stitch at the end here and through to the same stitch on the opposite side, and pull your yarn all the way through. And to join our hat, we are going to use the whip stitch. And with the whip stitch, you always come back around through the same side. So you always go through this side here. So go in through this side, through to the same stitch on the opposite side, and pull your yarn through like that. Then come back around to the same side again. Go into the next stitch through to both sides and pull your yarn through, and just do this all the way along to sew up the back. So you're going all the way along doing the whip stitch. So I have just gone all the way along, and make sure you go to the very top, and then once you have done that, we have sewn up our work, and you can see we have a little hat. So it now looks much more like an actual hat. And then what you want to do is you want to weave your ends into the inside of your hat. So take your yarn needle and thread your yarn and go into the inside, and then weave them in nice and securely. And then you can fasten some ties onto the edge of your hat. it. So you could use ribbon or you could just use plain bits of yarn. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my hook into the very end here, and then I'm going to make a chain. So I make chain 50 or 60, something like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side, insert my hook through here, and then chain 50 or 60 again, and then fasten off and weave those ends nice and securely into the inside, and we will have finished. So you don't have to add the ties, but if you want to, that is how you can do them. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it easy to follow. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos. And in the description box below this video, I will leave a link to my Twitter. So if you would like to go and follow me on there, I always like to post updates and pictures of upcoming tutorials. And I will also leave a link in the description box to where you can find some of my written patterns if you are interested. And thank you again for watching. Bye!